Think back to the World Economic Forum at Davos. Donald Trump walks onto the stage, and instantly the tone shifts. He speaks in bold declarations, short bursts, self-referential loops. He reacts without listening. He goes on and on and on. He pivots randomly, not based on the question he's asked, but based on the emotional charge he can pull from the room. Now compare that to Mark Carney, measured, calm. He answers the actual question, tracks the context, engages with nuance. He's not drawing energy out of the audience, he's contributing to the conversation. Two very different interaction patterns, two very different emotional footprints. And that contrast is the perfect entry point into understanding a specific type of energy vampire, the little emperor. The little emperor is driven by the same thing all energy vampires are driven by, the need to extract emotional energy from those around them. It's not about politics, personality, or intelligence. It's defined by a state, a mode of interacting where the person can't hear you because they're not listening for meaning. They're scanning for energy. They're scanning for food. With an energy vampire, the focus isn't about who's right or wrong. It's about the emotional energy field around them. Unlike a collaborative adult who shares energy, an energy vampire absorbs it. Little emperors feed on focus. They feed on the reactions of others, ideally their admiration, but also their supplication, frustration, or fear. Anything that allows a little emperor to feel like the center of focus is food. That's why talking to them feels like talking into noise. You begin with a compliment, they settle in. You try to shift to a wider conversation, they interrupt and shift to something related to themselves. You try again to make your point, they respond with an insult, feeding on the affront you feel. Little emperors don't debate, they don't discuss. They don't even really disagree. They don't want communication, accuracy, or knowledge. They just need your full attention trained on them. Only when you can truly remove your focus, when you're willing to leave, when there's no more juice to be extracted by squeezing, will they back down. They're very sensitive to the energy shift that signals they're losing their impact. This is why someone like Trump at Davos created such an energetic contrast with someone like Carney. Carney exchanged energy. Trump absorbed it. Once you see the situation through this lens, interactions that used to confuse you suddenly make sense. With a little emperor, your words don't land because they don't hear your words. They hear your attempts to appease, your reactivity, your admiration, your contempt. So the strategy becomes simple. Never feed the little emperor vampire. Don't pander, flatter, or try to reason with them. Don't bluster, threaten, or fear them. Stay grounded and independent. Detach from their energy field. Channel Mark Carney at Davos. When you truly stop feeding a little emperor vampire, they will notice immediately. Like all EVs, they will likely attempt to ramp up their behavior to re-engage you. But their insatiable appetite for focus is such that they can't be without it for very long. So if you remain detached, they will quickly move on to other victims. They feel like they need the focus of others to survive.